Alright, man, like, I don't know what's going on in the world right now, but we need to have a conversation. First of all, prayers and thoughts out to everyone who was affected by the Las Vegas situation that happened over the weekend. It's crazy that the further we go into the years and into the future, the more worse things that just keep happening. Never in my life do I feel like the further we go in life, that we should be breaking records for the worst shit in the world. Like, this was the worst mass shooting in US history. I said this on Twitter, but it's just kind of crazy how most of the things that are happening in life are more shocking than situations that happen in dreams or fiction. You know, this is crazy. This is the reality for millions of Americans that can happen at any moment. Millions of people all over the world, billions of people all over the world. This is a sad reality that at any moment, every moment, you're at risk. Every moment. Not even just in the safety of your own home. Every moment. So understand that this is just happening, and you need to really make sure that you are taking advantage of every opportunity you can while you have it. Just pray for the victims and their families, and even for the family of the man who committed this heinous crime. I believe mental illness is a bigger issue than anything in America at the moment. Trying to get into some brighter news or some different topic here. The iPhone, new iPhone. So your main man, very pale hipster, and I were having a conversation on Twitter about the new iPhones and about the pretentious values that they hold, and how Android users, you know, aren't really that understanding of the fact that people who want to use the iPhone just want to use it for its ease of use. I think I said that right. So, we were having that conversation, and the more and more I thought about it, I was like, you know what? This is really annoying, you know, having conversations about just the way Apple is designing their phones and how they're playing people, and you know, the whole Android debate. So when I first heard the iPhone X was coming out, I was ecstatic. No more buttons. Still no headphone jack. Nice new screen and a cool new design. Camera probably is just tweaked a little bit, but it's probably the same thing. And the smooth out edges for the phone. Oh my god. So what had me wanting one really bad? Like, I want an iPhone 8, but I don't want the look of an iPhone 7 from buying an iPhone 8. Like, I like the smooth edges, and I like the fact that it's a completely glass back, where if you drop it, you're pretty much screwed for life. But at this point, the iPhone X is going to be coming out, and I'm more excited about that one because the front actually looks a little bit different from the back. It doesn't all have to be one solid color. I think the base storage is going to be a little bit higher. I'm not sure. I'm probably wrong, because Apple, even though it only costs them $10 to change the storage in an iPhone, they somehow find it justifiable to charge the customer another $100 just to go up a couple gigabytes. And no home button, and the use of the entire screen, which in my opinion is just dope. So when I first heard of that, I almost cried. I was like, where do I sign up? Where's the line? Where's the pre-order? It's not out yet. The thing about Apple that I just despise at the moment is how they take advantage of hype, because they have quick charging as a feature for the new iPhone, but they don't tell you that you need to buy a couple of adapters in order to make use of that new feature. An expense that may run your initial purchase of this thing up an extra $70, which in my opinion, if you're driving a lot, or you're at home a lot, or you're at the office a lot, or you're pretty much, you know, around an electrical socket at some point during the day, I don't really see the point in getting quick charge. I'm not one of those guys that likes to Snapchat his whole day when I'm with people, so I don't really have a reason, even if my phone did die, to want to charge it so bad. When I'm with a female, I'm just with that female, so if my phone dies, who cares? This is a feature for people who cannot live without their phone. That's all it is. And Apple is taking advantage of people's iPhone addiction by giving the most basic features and considering them upgrades. I just can't do it, man. I just can't do it. I'm sorry for the mini rant, but Apple's been rubbing me the wrong way. I'm still gonna buy the phone, but they've been rubbing me the wrong way. Getting into the songs that I've been listening to, you already know. Dude, Rapsody just came out with a new project over the weekend. It's called Laila's Wisdom. I highly recommend you check out the entire project, from flow to delivery to aggression to great beats to perfectly placed features. I just think she completely controls and dominates this project. She hasn't, you know, this isn't her first project, it's not her first album, but can definitely classify it as her best work, her best material by far. I've listened to a couple of songs here and there from her before, but nothing that struck me like this. And while I do recommend certain songs on the regular, and I'll tell you guys, you know, hey, you should listen to this song, you know, or this one's the best, I genuinely enjoyed almost every song on her album. Like, it was crazy. Like one in particular called You Should Know.
These stars turn the comics, we run from the comics until we subject to the comics. I'm a hero, don't be stressing the zeros and the commas, looking at the comment oranges saying blame.
If you stress for female rappers and you want somebody that can really spit, check out Rapsody. Just check her out. Give her a try. That's all I ask. It's getting hot in here. It's getting hot in here, so I went to go put on another fucking long sleeve shirt, you moron. The next thing I wanted to put on this list is Drive It Like It's Stolen from Injury Reserve. Their new EP came out this weekend, and God, is it amazing. I like it because they completely dominate the point of the EP, which by the end of it, you pretty much can assess that they're telling you to go through life as if it doesn't even belong to you. And if you have something that you really want that doesn't belong to you, you're more likely to go way faster and be a lot more vicious when you're holding it. In my opinion, that's the way they're telling you to go through life on this project, is to live it with no regrets and to keep going regardless of what's going on around you. Pedal to the metal and drive it like it's stolen. Not only do they have some pretty dope songs on here when it comes to their instrumental, but their aggression and delivery is the main point of this project. Now, there are tracks where they go a little bit deeper, more introspective, you know, expose a little bit more about their personal lives, but in my opinion, the one on here that they did the best was Boom Times 3.
Like a burglary, like put bass in your voice. See, I get that, but we won't agree on as much as you think, Jack. And then we got the old heads going, what's up?
So, basically, but that track essentially is kind of giving their perspective on the frustration, where frustration should be placed in rap. I mean, people have this sense of superiority because they don't like to listen to certain things and feel like everyone should rap essentially about what it is that they want them to rap about, or do things essentially the same way that they want them to be done in the rap game, and that's not gonna happen. Everything else that's going in the world, and you see fit to complain about this. The way they just expose this idea and keep it going, drive it home, is amazing to me. Not only that, but like I said, check out the entire project because you're bound to find something enjoyable. You're bound to. You're bound to. The next track that I wanted to give some shine to is surprisingly Young Thug's Liger from his Young Martha EP with Carnage. And while I definitely didn't like every track on here, Liger, and pretty much Young Thug talking about why he decided to be different. He's the Liger in the rap game, basically. Everybody else is doing this, but I decided to do this, basically, is the point of the song. Everything else about the project, in my opinion, is pretty lackluster, pretty basic, pretty average, pretty subpar, pretty thuggish. And the last track on here that I need to give some shine to is Juicy J's new project. I forgot the name again. Highly Intoxicated. Suicide Boys produced the entire thing. That's all I'm gonna say. Suicide Boys is on production, and good God, the track with A$AP Rocky is probably my favorite. And like I said, this mixtape really has no point to it. It is literally there for turn-up value, and it does its job tremendously when it's good.
If I see the 12, I speak on leave patrol. Girl, if I meet your friend, then I'm gonna need you, girl. If you give me real niggas know, real thugs get down on the
wow. Okay, that's all I got for you today. Add some more things to your playlist down below. I hope I've given you something from the projects that I've listed in the description and in this video to listen to. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get it. We're gonna keep it moving. Leave your thoughts and your playlist down in the comment section below. Let me know what you've been listening to as well. It's been Shawn C. only putting you on to the best music humanly possible. I think. I'm gonna see you next time. Peace. I'm still not wearing pants. I'm not getting up on camera. You don't need to see all this.